To continue my video series on my favorite exercises, today we're gonna talk about my two favorite shoulder exercises that you can use to build some pretty strong and some pretty massive shoulders. So without further ado, let's dive into this video, starting off with the barbell overhead press. When you only have two exercises, you definitely need an overhead press of some sort, and the barbell OHP is pretty much one of the goats if it comes to this type of exercise. It's absolutely amazing to build muscle and to get stronger, and this exercise has a lot of carryover into a lot of other exercises like bench press, dips, dumbbell presses. Essentially every exercise that involves a pushing component, you will have a lot of carryover from a barbell overhead press. It's also extremely functional and requires minimal equipment, and like almost all of my other exercises, it's scalable to cover a variety of rep ranges and a variety of strength levels. Now, I know that a lot of people prefer dumbbells over barbells when it comes to this exercise, and for a couple of very good reasons. Dumbbells tend to be more natural for the shoulder, and also since you do your dumbbell OHP seated 90% of the time, you don't need as much core strength to stabilize yourself as you're doing this overhead press. Personally, I prefer barbell over dumbbell literally every single time, since for me it actually feels a lot more natural. I'm also a lot stronger at this compared to dumbbells. And like I mentioned in previous videos, I personally think that bracing is an essential skill to have, and it never hurt to do a bit of extra core work, since training core specifically is extremely boring. And then we're going to jump into the next exercise, which is going to be a cable side lateral raise. This one is going to target the side delt a little bit more, since any overhead pressing movement will predominantly target the front delt. And doing cable side raises is probably the best thing that you can do, simply because it will allow for resistance throughout the entire movement as opposed to dumbbells. And the majority of the tension is placed when the muscle is fully lengthened, which has a lot of benefits in terms of hypertrophy. And that is why you should do cable side raises instead of dumbbell side raises, because it simply is a bit more optimal. However, for the vast majority of people, dumbbells is more practical, so essentially choose which one out of the two that you prefer. And also, like, if you're going to use cables, it's probably one of the most versatile pieces of equipment in your gym, and taking off two of them next to each other is probably a bit of a dick move, so I don't do it very often. However, that is simply my take on cables versus dumbbells. But generally speaking, any kind of side raise is going to really help you to build those side delts, and if you lean a little more forward, you can also target a bit of your rear delts. And those are my two favorite exercises that I've used to create some pretty massive and pretty strong shoulders myself. As always, if you want customized training programs that will make you blow past your old PRs, the link for my email is down below in the description. So send an email, we'll get in contact, and I will see what I can do for you. If you have any more questions or video ideas, leave them down below in the description. And that is going to be the full video for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Latest.